Hey guys, it's Abigail from Abigail's Face and Body Art here. Today I just want to share some tips on how to become a better face painter. And it's not about our skills or speed or or how we look. It's also about how we interact with a child during that short 3 to 5 minutes, and it's a very special bond that many might have neglected, because 3 to 5 minutes usually you just sit and you paint and then that's it, next one. Especially for a busy event, but there's always this little extra thing that we can do just to make it a bit more memorable for the little one and make the experience more memorable for yourself too as a face painter. For it doesn't matter whether you paint with a face paint menu, a designed menu or not, but I personally don't paint with a menu. So I paint the first, as soon as they sit down, I'd ask them, hey, what's your name, how old are you? I'm sure many of you do the same thing too. You ask them what designs if you have a menu, you get them to pick the design. Or if I, for example, don't paint with a menu, I'll say, hey, so what design would you like? Would you like to be a butterfly or a princess or rainbow? Anything depends on the length of the queue. So you make it more personal by asking them about their favorite color. So after asking the designs, I'd ask, hey, what's your favorite color? And so if that design is, for example, if she say pink, which is 9 out of 10 answers, right, for girls, so you just pick anything. I mean, you just think of a design that you just add pink on your design, basically. So it makes it feels like they are actually the one who picked the color. They actually pick the color, or you make the slight effort to include their favorite color in the design that you paint. So if they like pink, then you pick a rainbow cake with pink color on it, or if they like pink, then you choose the other colors, work around your designs that will match the colors that they like. Or if you really don't want to change the color of your designs for it, then you can just do pink lipstick or pink sparkles or pink gemstones, and it's just and within that 5 minutes or 3 minutes, whenever you just mention to them again that you like, so I remember you like pink, here you go, you get a pink stickers, or you get a pink lipstick, how about some pink sparkles? And it usually would light up their mind. And so that's regarding design. That usually sorted within the first 10 seconds or 15 seconds by the time that they sit down. And for the shy ones, they won't usually answer you when you ask them their name or their age, but what usually get them, like 90% of the kids, to talk to you, it's ask them, hey, so what's your favorite princess? What's your favorite cartoon characters? Who's your favorite superhero? Or what's your favorite animal? While you are already painting their face. So you got the famous clause. This is what we call as a face painters, this is a famous clause where we just keep their head still and then the other hand will be busy painting, right? And most of the times they would within 10 seconds they would move about, or they would just doing that by the time you land a sponge on their face. So what you can do to minimize all that movement is to keep them chatting about the characters and stuff that they like, or even without knowing the characters that they like you don't even have to be an expert on all the cartoon characters or the superheroes and who's in Avengers and stuff, so because you hold the conversations and you get them talk about this stuff based on the answers that they give you. For example, you asked a girl, hey, so what's your cartoon character? What's your favorite cartoon character? And she'd say, My Little Pony. And even though deep down in there you don't know anything about My Little Pony, that's okay. So I mean, you can just I mean, you normally would just say, oh, cool, My Little Pony. But no, that's not how we answer the questions. That's because, you know, that would stop the conversation from moving forward, or, you know, you have to find another questions to get her to talk. So instead, we can reply her answer with a question about My Little Pony. So she told you her favorite cartoon character is Little Pony, right? Then we reply it by asking, hey, I like My Little Pony too. Who is your favorite My Little Pony character? I know it can be a bit tricky by you know, trying to chat while you are painting. You just want to focus and paint. I mean, a lot of artists, they would just, you know, focus on the painting and painting instead of talking. But believe me, I think it's worth the effort of trying to bond with a child during that period of time, because they will remember you for quite a long time. And, you know, it would just reduce their reluctance to get their face painted next time, because if they've had a bad experience or they didn't enjoy this experience face painting, then they would likely not get their face painted next time. Doesn't matter whether you will be the next face painter to paint them, but it's just something that would stay in their head if they had a nice experience with you. So okay, let's get back to the conversation. So you asked them after you asked them what's their favorite cartoon, and then based on that you asked them what's their favorite character in the cartoon. So let's say she said my favorite My Little Pony character is Rainbow Dash, and you said, oh wow, what's special about Rainbow Dash? The thing is, you don't even need to know this character to ask these questions, but they assume that you know. Like, they would imagine that you know it too, that you're into this amazing thing that they're into. So I mean, it always works for me. It's just the eyes lights up because somebody is so keen to listen to what they are about to say about their favorite cartoon character. Can you imagine? Yes, so yeah, they usually really like this, and then they would just spend the next 1 or 2 minutes, or 1 minute for example, talking about you know, the little tricks and stuff, and how amazing this character looks, and how fast Spider-Man can jump or Captain America can fly. I mean, they always come up with, even it's not their legit superpower, they would still tell you, because it's just all sorts of amazing things that comes out in their mind about all these amazing characters that they would really love to share with you. And I think it's really sweet. And yeah, I mean, I always learn about different characters from these conversations, and I mean, that's why it's fun being a face painter as well, because I mean, number one, you get to learn about all these amazing characters, but you know, and the second, it's that you know, it makes it more enjoyable for you working as a face painter as well, instead of just sitting there the whole time being quiet and just painting faces after faces after faces after faces. Because all the conversations are different. Even if you ask even if you are using similar questions and patterns, you still get different answers from different childs, and some of them, they're way out in the space. It's just so much fun what they come out, what they tell you. You know, I always find it really fun and fascinating what they can come up with. I mean, yeah, so that's like 2 or 3 minutes gone already if you are a fast painter, and that's it, you're done. Boom, that's one face. But for longer designs, or if there's no cue in the party, or if it's slow start in the party, you would want to keep him for a bit longer. And so, you know, that's what happened. That's when this trick, this conversation skills come in handy. It's like 8 out of 10 parties start slow, so you just try to keep the child busy by having these kind of conversations. While they're talking about their characters, you also take like a second or two and tell them, hey, you're doing a fantastic job, by the way, by sitting still. Are you using your superpower? I bet you must have got your My Little Pony superpower, whatever power that they just told you about, to sit still. Yeah, so that always works, and they're always very proud. And also, like for those who always get carried away by telling you all these amazing things about the characters, you can just remind them how well they're sitting still during this time, and then they would just, you know, they would make an extra effort to sit still when they hear that they're doing so well by sitting still while getting the face painted. So these just all little bits and pieces that I think that it's helpful to keep the child still and make the whole experience a bit more exciting for them and yourself as a face painter. So other than just constantly keep them chatting, and then once in a while you remind them how great they are, how amazing they are, but you know, and instead of just telling them, hey, you're doing a good job, and then after 30 seconds, hey, you're doing a good job, it's just try to use a variety of phrases instead of just using the same, hey, good job, well done, well done, well done every 30 seconds, because you know, it's boring. So what you do is, you know, one time you say, hey, you're doing fantastic sitting still, and then a second time you say, hey, wow, are you using your superpower to stay still? And then the next time you say, hey, you're doing an amazing job. And then at the very end, you say, wow, I'm so impressed how well you sat still just there. And you know, while you're finishing your design, you ask them, hey, so would you like lipsticks? Or and you know, all this time your hand is still painting, your hand is still moving, you don't stop painting, it's you just talking while doing all this stuff. So it takes some time to practice, but I'm sure it's worth the effort. Also you can ask them, hey, would you like some sparkles? And you know, so for some boys, they might not, like, they might get like, no sparkles for me, I'm a boy. But if you switch the question, you can ask, hey, would you like your PJ mask to be sparkly? Would you like your Iron Man mask to be sparkly? Would you like your Spider-Man mask to be sparkly? Just focus a bit on your tone when you're talking to them. Depends whether it's a boy or girl or what kind of personality they are. You can actually adjust your tones when you're talking to them. You can pretty much guess what sort of personality they are. Or, I mean, I don't know, but you know, they would, if you asked them, hey, would you like your Spider-Man to be sparkly? They would usually go for yes. But if you ask, would you like some glitter? Then they would probably say no. I mean, this is a huge difference between what I found between boys and girls. It's I mean, girls would go for yes for both. Of course, you know, it doesn't matter when you ask, hey, would you like your butterfly to be sparkly? Or would you like glitter on your butterfly? They would usually go for yes. But for boys, the way you ask the questions would actually determine whether they say yes or no to the glitter questions. So yeah, if you say, hey, would you like your Iron Man to be sparkly? Then they would think that you make it sound like it's super cool to be sparkly. I mean, sparkles are cool, we love sparkles. So of course I always ask the question using, hey, would you like your Spider-Man to be sparkly? And then they always go for yes. So that's how it works so far, and I found this trick very useful. What else? Oh yeah, and at the very end you also tell them, hey, there's 30 seconds more, you're doing amazing, we're almost done, boom, yeah, and we're done. And then, you know, yeah, of course, here comes the mirror moment, which is all of our favorite moment. Yeah, so these are just little tips and tricks on how to get the conversation moving when you're painting kids' face, and I just think it's an effort that would make you personally connected with a child, instead of yeah, just sitting there and not doing much talking at all. Because yeah, I mean, you can still be a fantastic face painter by doing that, but what makes you memorable to the child, and what makes the child enjoy it more, and it's not just the design itself, it's the bond that we create within that 2-3 minutes. It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, I find it fascinating too. I mean, it's been 6 years now and I still like every single, I mean, I actually enjoy every single face that I paint still, regardless of the design, just because of what I get out from the conversation. It's just fascinating. Sometimes they would tell you jokes. The talkative ones are fantastic, of course, and the quiet ones are cute too. Like, they would, the moment when they open up and tells you about their favorite characters and yeah, all the different kind of things, and you know, 2 hours fly really easily. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you give me any feedback on what you'd like to hear more about face painting, and I'll see if I can make more videos on it. Yeah, thank you guys. Bye.